Because the world in which we live, as the Buddha put it, is one of a unique kind of suffering. It doesn't mean physically necessarily. Mentally, emotionally, yes. That's where the real suffering lies. Body breakages, they mend and get over it, not a problem. Illnesses to some degree. But they only arise because of the stress we have. If we didn't have the stress, we wouldn't have half the illnesses. That's true, isn't it? Consciousness doesn't need to be pushed. It's there already. It's the essence of life itself. It doesn't need to push anything. It's already there. And we don't listen to it. Everybody knows, and it's been in their experience to know true consciousness momentarily. Momentarily. You meet a situation and you get a gut feeling to do this. That is consciousness. But it says no, do that. And you do that. And how many times you've done that? I know I should have done the other thing. True consciousness knew better. But we ignore it every time, don't we? Why don't we listen to it? It's there to tell us all the time. Quietly, gently. But you never found it in any way afterwards, given any sense of blame or recrimination for having lost it. It didn't kick back. Gentle thing, isn't it? We don't know what consciousness is. And we say, because I can identify this or that or whatever it may be, I'm conscious. Quite frankly, it's the opposite. The more I identify things, the less conscious I am. Different, strange, isn't it? Your eyes, organs of consciousness, they see. Like a camera, they see everything that's there. Boom. In this room, everything there. Chairs full, chairs empty, whatever, table, yeah, whatever. They take everything in one glance, do they not? That is the true conscious experience. But you identify that ball on the table, where's the rest of the room gone? Not there, is it? Just that ball. Station with your thought mind. It pinpoints something and therefore it loses the consciousness of everything else. And so it does with everything else in the same way. A little bit here, a little bit there, and you miss the rest. So when you come to weigh it up, that small bowl there, or that cup, whichever one, doesn't matter which, is minute compared with the rest of the room. Maybe 1,000 times more of the room than it is of that. So 999 times less by being identified than you would otherwise be in consciousness. There's a point to all that. In how many other ways do we do that? Little things to ponder. Everything this body does is dependent upon consciousness. Sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, 5 organs of consciousness, each one in its own bailiwick. Hearing can't see, and smelling can't see, do with the others, and so on and so forth. But each one in this level, this level, this level, this. That's what we've got to be brain for, to coordinate all that. So that this, when you get an itch, will go and scratch it. So it's a feeling, it's navigated its way through space to get there and hit the spot right. That's navigation for you, through different dimensions. Forward, backwards, sideways, up, down, left. Everything you do. You take a piece of food and you put it in your mouth. Okay, that's right, just like that, don't you? How did this hand know when it stabs a fork in something to stop there? And don't go all the way. It's consciousness for you. It's conscious of these things, and it just doesn't go beyond its necessary. These things ponder, aren't they? It's a useful little thing. Everyday little things, doing your shirt buttons up, tying your shoelaces, things like this. Put your mind there and see what's going on in these to do it. Feel what's going on. And you find there's a great deal of sensitivity in there. And they never give more pressure than is required to do anything at all. When they begin to feel things are right, they let go. Until they're right, they'll push and do things. But they're still feeling that these things. So try it and see. This is the answer to it all. There's so many things you do in a day. One of the things is, they're these things, you know. I don't know if you ever get round to washing them up or doing things like that. But if you do, have a go and look at it. Regard them as if they had feelings. It's holding too tight they hurt. Or a doorknob. Carefully. You'd be surprised. And as if it had feeling with a living article. And then you find you handle it in a different way. You see, the fingers as such will handle it in the exact requirement required instead of you deliberate, I'm going to do. It does it quietly, gently. Now pick a feather up, you can feel it. Once it feels the quality of that, it will put it down without doing any damage. Pick up something, put it down, no problem. Pick up a brick, knows how much weight to use, hold it, put it down. It only becomes a weapon when this comes involved. I want to hit. But then it's just gentle. All it wants to do is to see the nature of what I'm dealing with. The nature of what I'm dealing with, and I know how to handle it because it is no separate from my own nature. If I bump it, it bruises, but I also bruise. If I do it gently, it caresses me. Huh? Yeah. Caress it. You get caressed. Yeah. So what you do is what you get. Have a look and see if it's not true. Funny little things, I know, seem nonsensical, but play with them and see what comes out of it. You see, that when you gently get settled, caressing a bit of what he sees. I love to do that, you know. It makes me feel good in here. I'm getting a bit of well-being to that. And I've got well-being in here. I care for that. I get a good feeling here. If I pass it about, I feel, I'm not too good about that. Is that true? Be careful how you handle things. Gently, careful, as if they had the life of the room. But when it comes to these things in particular, there's three ways of looking at it. If I hand it gently, it won't get damaged in any way. It will last a long time. If I damage it, it cracks or chipped or whatever. It's not going to be very healthily very good. At the same token, it'll need replacing sooner or later because it'll break. So, it means by looking after it, my health is better because it's now clean again. It doesn't need replacing, it will help me pocket so I don't have to work so much to pay for it. So three ways in that sense. But at the same token, it makes me feel better to hand it gently because it makes me feel gentle with it. And is that not what you're looking for in the first place? To feel at home in here. Did you, by chasing after something out there, did you ever feel good about it? It's simple, isn't it? Everyday stuff, you see. There's nothing spectacular about this. There's nothing so amazing. But quite frankly, it is so amazing. Because it's this gentle appreciation in consciousness that matters. We become aware that consciousness is the life force itself. Oh, it's gentle. And without it, we wouldn't be alive.